Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tubbs here. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing up another car for my GT5 Project Drifting series, and let's get started. Go to the dealerships and buy ourselves our next vehicular car. Let's do an LFA. A bunch of people have been asking me before, and Alex suggested it today, so why not? You know, let's do it up. I think this is like the only car you can get a matte color in. Like I meant like from the dealership. This thing has a shit ton of colors. Orange it is, because it looks awesome. Alright, let's tune this thing, take it on the track and see what it's like. Also, I'm getting relaxed in my chair, that's why you're probably hearing like squeaking and shit. It's because I'm moving around. It's so nice out here in Ireland right now. It's actually warm, and it actually feels like summer. So, yeah. Sweet. Also, I've been out a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I haven't been sitting inside at all. Which is, I guess, a good thing. Because I don't like just randomly sitting inside the house for a long ass time. But anyway, let's get back to the video. I'm going to go change the oil, see how much horsepower we can get out of this, see what else we can put on the car itself. And then I'm going to take the car on the track without doing any sort of tuning except for the tires. I'm going to change the tires to Comfort Hard because that's what I did in the last episode as well. You know, I basically showed the car before I modify it, and then I showed the car after I modify it, and see how many points we can get each time, and see how big of a difference it is once this is tuned and once, you know, like it's all modified with everything on it. So yeah, let's add this little bit of horsepower, just because you're supposed to do this with like every single car that you get. You just go ahead and buy it and you just change the oil. So it doesn't matter if it's new or old, or if you're just buying it just to mess around. Change the oil of any car that you buy in this game. With used cars, you should do the engine overhaul as well, because that adds a little bit more horsepower. And this, you can't do it because it's a brand new car. So yeah, anyway, let's see what wheels it has. I kind of like the original wheels that are on it, and I might just keep those. Or else I might put these black ones on it. Or these. Yep, these are going on. Fair black wheels on this. It looks much nicer. Yeah, that looks much nicer. And there's no aero parts, so that's it. Now I'm going to go take the car on the track, see what it's like on pretty much stock everything except for the tires, and see how many points we can get. And then I'm going to go take out the car after I tune the suspension and transmission and add more power and all that stuff. And we'll see how many points we can get then. So I will see you guys after I'm finished all that stuff. And yeah, you guys are going to see the lap now. Alright, so here it is. As you can see, it has 657 brake horsepower and 1,233 kilograms. I wouldn't have expected this to go that light, but as you've noticed by the stock drifting, I only changed the tires, by the way, so I'm gonna keep saying that just so people understand it. All I changed for when I was drifting with the stock car was the tires, just, you know, because that's what you need for drifting. You can't drift in like sports tires. Well, you can, but it's very, very difficult, and it's pointless to try that. But anyway, suspension, that's the setup I added here. There you go. Drivetrain, I bought the twin clutch plate, semi-racing flywheel, and the carbon propeller shaft. Here, I bought the fully customizable transmission. I brought it down to about 260 kilometers per hour. Maybe we're going to have to hire it up a little bit more. I couldn't add a turbo or supercharger. Sports exhaust, sports catalytic converter. I did not change the exhaust on this because I like the way it sounds stock. I'm leaving it like that. Sports stage manifold, racing gear filter, up to stage 3 engine tuning, and a sports ECU. And then I lighten the car up as much as possible. And that's pretty much it. So what you've seen, if you guys remember, when I was drifting with the stock car itself, is that the suspension was okay. It was a little bit flimsy and loose, but it was okay. The only problem that I had with it is while sliding and changing gear from third to fourth gear, it actually took like a half an hour or something like that. It was actually a really, really long time. I could have probably fallen asleep in between. But this seems so much more flatter on the ground. And by that I mean like it's a little bit more stiff. And that's what she said. It still takes a half an hour from third to fourth gear. I don't know why it does that on this car specifically. So I'm guessing you're gonna have to try to approach this with a different technique. You can't drift in third and fourth gear apparently. Okay, so let's do something else here. I think I have an idea. I have the idea on what to do here. We're gonna have to do it a different way. We're gonna have to try and drift a different way here. Let's bring this up to 300. Let's extend third gear. And shorten fourth gear. Okay, so that should be fine. Alright, let's check it out now and see what it's like. Oh wow, that was like instant. Look at this. Wow, that's so much better. I get their fourth gear around this corner very easily as well. See what a bit of tweaking of the transmission does? As you guys have noticed before, from third to fourth gear, there was like a huge lag in between gears, when I change gears. And because of that little change in the RPM, I can now change from third to fourth just like that. Super quick. Quick tip, mess around with the gear ratios if that happens to your car and you want it to stop happening. Also, this little extra power actually helps out a lot, because if you noticed in the stock drifting, when I was drifting this completely stock, fourth gear had no power at all in the low range. I had like 0 power. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. Back to third. Okay, third gear has a lot of power. And so does fourth gear. Yeah, this is a good car. I like this. It's not an insanely amazing car because this is specifically tuned for grip racing, for proper racing and not drifting. But it is a good car altogether if you want to try get this one, one of these for drifting and use the setup that I have. That was a horrible angle, but I'm going to try to fix it. Try to get a few more points. No. Ah, yes, 2 more points. Right, 21,000 points. That wasn't amazing. Let's try go another lap because I like this thing.